Alright, hello everybody. It's Sir Adrian back here to film the Ottoman Empire's turn, our current game of Global War 1914, titled Operation Caporetto, where we are in the spring of 1914. So this is the first and last turn of the Second Balkan War that we got uh, going on. The Ottomans have 12 IPP to spend. So after this turn, or at the end of this turn, they'll collect their 12 IPPs, which is their wartime income. But then the next turn, they will be neutral once again for one turn before they go to war in the fall winter of 1914, where then they would go back to having wartime income. So, understanding correctly, we would have this 12 that we get at the end of this turn from the prequel, and then their normal wartime income starting 1914 wartime income normally is 11, but it would be 12 because of that territory here, Italian Somaliland that we got. So they should have 24 then to start, technically, because this would get carried over from the prequel. And then in the new rules, they start with their wartime income. Uh, unless for the Ottomans, but that doesn't make sense either. I was going to say unless they don't get that extra 12, but then the Germans wouldn't either. Like the Germans get that extra 4 that they saved from the prequel. The Austrians would get their extra 4 that they had at the end of this turn, plus the wartime, just like every other power. So yeah, I think the Ottomans would end up in this case with 24 IPP. But of course, just for that one turn, then whatever they spend, they would go back to just having, 12 until they gain more territories. But anyways, they have 12 right now. I think, let's see here. They will spend. I don't think, no, don't have a free diplomacy roll. Um, hmm. I think they'll spend. They'll spend 4 to start production of a dreadnought at stage 4. Whoops. Um, they will spend. Mm, hmm, that, yeah, I think they'll spend 4 for that. They'll spend 4 more to buy a mountain infantry unit. Yeah, I think that's okay. They'll spend 1 on diplomacy for Spain and 1 on diplomacy for Romania. Try that. And then the last 2 they will spend to upgrade the militia. Hmm. They'll spend to upgrade a militia in northern or in southern Iraq, yeah, and just in southern Iraq to a regular infantry unit. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So that'll be all their 12 IPP. So factories still have the one major factory, still limited by the prequel restrictions, of course. We will try to go for improved construction. That's a 5, so not quite. So we missed that. Then we'll try for Spain. Spain will have it as the bright yellow dice here. And Romania will have as this dark blue dice. So for Romania, we need a 2 or less to bring it down. And for Spain, to bring it to stage 2, we need, oops, we need a 3 or less. So we missed Romania, but we got Spain, which is still pretty good. So Spain moves to stage 2 up the Ottoman Empire's track. So plus 1 IPP in trade. In terms of attacks, as I said, it's the Second Balkan War. That's still going on, but yeah, we're not going to do much there. And we can't anyways. This unit has to stay put. Yeah, so we're not going to do anything with that. And nowhere else. Yeah, we don't have any combat for that. So just non-combat moving units. We will send an elite camel into Syria. We'll move an infantry unit into Palestine. While we're down here, we'll just go ahead and upgrade the militia in southern Iraq to infantry unit so we don't forget. We'll move one infantry unit from eastern Anatolia into Anatolia. We'll rail the heavy artillery that's in Thrace down into Palestine. What else? We'll walk the Ottoman Guard in Thrace into Constantinople. Whoops, to Constantinople. I don't know if they keep these militia after. I'm not too sure. The Ottomans managed to control. Random event. Civil War. Ottomans managed to control. Okay, so Ottoman units in parts of Macedonia are moved to the nearest Ottoman land zone. So this unit and this unit at the end of the this turn would be moved. So nearest Ottoman land zone, that would be in Thrace. So technically this wouldn't happen now. It would happen at the end of the US's turn when this entire calendar turn is over. But because these won't be attacked, because the British have already gone, the British control them, and the Russians can't attack them. They can't reach them down here, or the Serbians, that is. I will move these over to Thrace, these 2 militia units for now. But again, technically this happens at the end of the US's turn before rolling the random events when Eugene will go ahead and resolve the territory disposition at the end of the Second Balkan War and then the spoils of the Balkan War as well. Uh, where we will advance by one stage, improve logistics and defense in depth. We have stage one, so as the Ottomans. Yeah, so we'll actually have that completed. So still quite good for us, to be honest. But yeah, just before I forget, we'll move those. Otherwise, the commander with the fighter that is in Constantinople, we'll go ahead and move him along with the fighter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to Palestine. We will walk one of the mountain infantry units that is in Constantinople into Anatolia. And yeah, I think the Ottoman infantry that was already in Thrace, because these guys will end up here at the end of the turn, that being the closest. 1, 2. Well, actually, for the one in Eastern Macedonia, that would be the closest because it's right bordering. Otherwise, 1, 2, 1, 2. These are the same distance. But I would elect to just have them. I think in that case, I imagine you could just choose. So I would have them in Thrace. But again, happens at the after the U.S. turn when all that's being resolved. But that's what we'll do for now. So yeah, that unit that's in Thrace currently on this turn, we'll just walk them over into Constantinople. Otherwise, I think that's it. Yeah. Mm, yeah, I think that's fine. So now just place units. We already placed a unit we upgraded. Dreadnought we started. So just the mountain infantry. And the mountain infantry, we'll place that in Anatolia using the one manpower there. So now we go ahead and collect 12 IPP. That's it for the Ottomans in the prequel. So as I said, the next turn they will be at peace for one turn until we go back to war with the random events. But otherwise, that is it for us, and we can hand things on over to the Russians.